What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? Here. We are post film red right now. Yep. We are post film red right now. I tried to do the reaction last night, but I was exhausted. I'm probably gonna make a second video doing a review on film red. I'm not gonna start off with it at the beginning of this because I don't want there to be any spoilers. However, we're definitely going to do chapter 1065 reaction. We are finally back. I'm super happy, super excited. I don't want to waste too much time. I see the title here already. We going to see what's popping. We're going to see what's popping. Subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it is. All right. I'm tired. Let's go. Chapter 1065, The Six Faces of Vegapunk. So I think we're getting everything except for the stellar body today. This is what it looks like. So lab, stratum, egghead. Right, so we got to see the entirety of the island. Or like the island on top of the island, kind of a thing. The island of the future. Because like the part where Luffy is at is just like, it's like a closer to like a town. Like it's not like the actual part of, it's not like the main part of Egghead. This part here is like the actual factory where Vegapunk is supposed to be, from my understanding. So the island in the future, the reason they stayed on the ship. Huh? The reason they stayed on the ship. Okay, we're getting an explanation. Looks like. The way I see it, when it comes to the government island, you got to think about who's going to be around to bail them out if they get caught. Huh. Yo, I was thinking the same thing. Would you care for some tea? The Vega Force 1 is so much bigger than Sunny. It's crazy. It's so much bigger than Sunny. And now I'm thinking, Phil, I don't want to talk about Film Red. Let me try not to talk about Film Red. Let me try not to talk about Film Red. My bad, y'all. My bad. Excuse me, sirs. You're still here? Okay, Caribou did show himself, or am I tripping? Excuse me, sir. Okay, no, Zoro didn't realize. Hang on, just give me a moment of your time. I know our deal was to drop me off anywhere anyway from Wano, but I didn't think we'd be heading for a government island. I heard you helped our captain out. Appreciate it. See you around. These jerks, I'll remember this. Take that L, Caribou. Take that L, Caribou. All right, lab. Whoa. Okay, so Zoro and Brooke ended up staying on the ship, it looks like, while everybody else managed to. So they're saying, okay, so the point that they're trying to get across is like if they have to make a quick escape, they're gonna leave Zoro and Brooke on here because I guess they had, they had Wano, they had the whole swordsman thing. They don't really need to be the highlight of the science stuff. Yeah, like Nami, Usopp, like that. That makes a lot more sense. The stairs are moving. New steps are sprouting out or are out of the ground. What kind of setup is this? How is it powered? You could say the whole island runs on fire. Dragon fire? After all, you can convert its power into any kind of energy. Doesn't that burn through a load of natural resources? Good question. I'm always looking into alternative fuels. If only there was such a thing as an eternal flame. Eternal flame. Nika? Then I'd be able to make my very own sun. A sun? Slide? What the? She's going right through the wall. Lilith. So Vegapunk wants to make his own version of a son. My apologies, guys. Exhausted. So Vegapunk wants to make his own version of a son, or Lilith at least would like to make his own version of her own version of a son, and they're using. They want an eternal flame. I feel like Luffy has that eternal flame. They'd like to make a son. Luffy's there, huh? So I wonder if the Stella body or the other Vegapunk might have an idea of why Luffy might be the person to help with that whole sun idea. Hey, open up. Lilithcha. That's the main gate. Stop dilly-dallying and walk through. You should never let your own senses dope you. What is it, Edison? Were they knocking or were they just yelling at them? Because Sanji's head just went through. We passed through too. Okay, yeah. No way. It's turned back into solid metal again. Huh. How the heck does that work? So this is the lab. Vegapunk's shit is crazy. Where did Lilith get to? Hey, y'all can keep going dead ahead. Huh? Who's that? Speaks in a heavy Kansai accent. Ah, I'm Vegapunk Edison. Is that he's saying I'm? He's trying to say I'm Vegapunk Edison. Howdy. Now just keep walking, like I said. Okay, let's look for some future treasure. Future treasure, like what? Like a flower made eternally out of exquisite antique gems. That's a weird fantasy. I would definitely agree, but shout out to Dami. I can't tell if your taste is closer to a little girl or an old woman. Future kick. Yeah. Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Jinbei. Oh, he has Jinbei. What? So he has a Seraphim. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Who? Wow. Jinbei. Okay, I don't think that's him. Doesn't he look a little too young? So he's a fourth Seraphim. But what warlord was he? Well, my first guess would be he's his son. Yeah, but on second thought, maybe Jinbei was somehow turned into a kid. Nah, I'm going with option 3. It's a coincidence. I mean, the kid's got wings, although there's an ominous air about him. Yeah. Out out with it. Who the heck are you? He may look like a kid, but he's just as big as the real Jinbei. Really? Maybe like wide. I've got a bad feeling there's a fourth possibility. He's a pacifista. Yup. Why did they have him walk forward? Oh, was he trapped? Is Vegapunk like trapped in there or some shit? Shit. Yeah, this was all one giant trap. We should have known the government was never going to roll out the red carpet. Does that mean they're using a clone of Jinbei as a soldier, but he's still a kid? I really don't want to fight him. Nah, I need to whoop his ass. You need to, because he ain't nothing to play with. So he used a beam instead of like the brick punches. Beep beep. So this Jinbei said beep beep, and then he dove into the ground. Huh. Oh wait, so he can swim, but he can swim in like anything? No, oh my god, that's Baby Five's ability. What's going on? Should I pop out to help Nami? Not yet, Zeus. Hey, I know that ability. Okay, so he got Nami. Yeah. So he got Nami Jinbei. He got Nami by the neck. What would stop a young Jinbei? I really don't know. Yeah. Sanji ain't having that. That's it. You just signed for your own death warrant. I don't give a crap whether you're Jinbei or not. Gigantic fleur. What he said, that was unforgivable. Yeah, yeah, she was not having it. Sea serpent. Slap dragon spank. Oh, sorry, snapdragon spank. Or is that like that dragon fist kind of a thing? Oh, he didn't make that water, did he? Whoa, is okay? Either Jinbei here. I'm trying to determine either Jinbei here is trying to like manage to make splashes, or Robin's attack resulted in splashes, and now Jinbei is able to use it as like his attack. Get out of there, Robin. Can you use fisherman karate too? Yeah, exactly. So he's about to use like a fisherman karate. Lethal green star. Skull exploding grass. Okay, he got him in the head. Oh shit. I know this isn't Jinbei, but this still feels messed up. He's gone. Shit. Usopp. I've got this, Sanji. Usopp, don't move a muscle. rchangel. I hope Strikey's aim is stupid like that. Watch it, shark. Bing. What's that? Howie. He just used a beam. Who in the tarnation is this guy? Look, they even have like alien looking like TVs in this bitch. I reckon this is getting real risky. Flare, Dr. Vegapunk Edison. What? Did they show us that? No. We'll find out in a second. Okay, we'll find out in a second. I don't want to go back. That's not the same one that was talking to us before. I thought it was Edison, but I guess no, I'm probably tripping. I reckon this is getting real risky. The Seraphim's still just a kid. We ain't meant to put it through a laser test till later. So they were just so Vegapunk's trying to test it right now. You said it. Does he have the faintest idea how much one Seraphim costs? I'll rip his blasted skull off. I wouldn't go that far. Don't you think that's a bit too evil? The Eureka. Edison. I think that's an Edison term. Just thought up a new invention. I'll leave the rest of you, Pythagoras. I'll have to jot down the blueprints right away. Of course, Punk for Pythagoras. Okay. My hands are always so full. At this point, I'd even take help from the cat. You don't come across battle data this rich every day. It's true. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. Let's get some input. Wisdom that like, okay, we really getting all the. So those two work together. Lilith just pulled up. The idea won't stop flowing. You're a doll and eat. York, be a doll and eat something for me. Sure thing. Munch, delicious. Bring seconds for Dr. York. Her current BMI is over 6. Was that her weight? Her current BMI is over 600. So how heavy is Big Mom? That's the real question. The Seraphim's attack patterns have continued to develop as it grows. That suggests that one's lineage factor really does store some of our recollections and capabilities. We should try and accelerate their growth through that presence, through that presence. Is that probably presence? Through that presence, new obstacles. Green blood concentration has risen and heart rate is 90 BPM. Green blood? Is that a Jinbei thing, or that's like, why do they have green blood? I really need the toilet. I go myself, but I can't afford to waste any time. Most of these are robots. Like, most of these seem to be robots to some extent. Flush. Oh, is that the one that we just saw? Toilet flush. Wow. That's is that the York? I'm guessing that's York. This is York here. Yeah, that's not that's not Shorty. That's not Bonnie. Is that the Stella body? No. Okay. That hit the spot. What do you mean that hit the spot? Oh, wow. Okay, what I just think just happened was York eats on behalf of the other. Wow, York eats on behalf of the other Vegapunks so that it has sustenance. 03 happens to do ideas. They all have ideas, but I guess like they work together. Gotta punch something to help me digest. Yeah, no, like they're even their stomachs are connected. Okay, yeah, Dr. Vega. So another woman, Vegapunk, gotta punch something to help me digest. So sleepy. Dr. York's on today's 4th SDN cycle. Snack, dunk, nap. So you have a Vegapunk that's there literally for this. So these Vegapunk are okay. It was Dr. Shaka I was thinking of, but these Vegapunk are awake 24/7, and they use this one particular as the one that sleeps for them, that eats for them, and that naps, and it takes uses the toilet for them and takes a sleep. Okay, carry over all the materials Dr. Pythagoras needs. Also, Dr. Edison is prepping for another experiment. Get to simulation room 88. That's enough, Seraphim. Return. I can't move. Edison, Lilith, Pythagoras, you three have had your fill too, right? What a shame. Of course, that scoundrel. I think that's what there's. I can't see it that far. Okay, zoom in. Yeah. Okay. Of course that scoundrel butts in when things are finally getting good. Eureka. So you have the one Edison who constantly has the ideas. So Edison is like an idea guy. He's an experiment, constantly think of idea guy, which makes sense. Thomas Edison had various different ideas, but they all have ideas. I'm Dr. Vegapunk. Shaka. Punk Shaka. You must be the Straw Hats. That's us. What the hell? Did you not do? What the hell did you do to our shoes? They're stuck on the floor. Okay, that's not good to an extent. So he can, I guess, with it. That makes sense with the clothes that they're wearing, with the gear they got on, that he would be able to control their movements, essentially. That's definitely a woman. That's definitely a woman. That's us. Because I have a feeling that I feel like they all are. That's us. What the hell do you think? What do you do to our shoes? They're stuck on the floor. Dom shoes can be magnetically disabled at any point while in the laboratory. Okay, so it's just a laboratory thing. It's not like it's to the entirety of the island. I was thinking that this is actually to the entirety of the islands that the boots would be affected, but it looks as though it's only just in the laboratory room. So you're saying resistance is futile then? I know better than to let my guard down around pirates. Wait, we've already met two Vegapunks, that woman and the other one on the speaker. Yes, but I'm also Vegapunk. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention I'm Vegapunk too? Would you cut it out? Do you think this island looks like the future? That's an interesting question. That's that's a very interesting question. Because well, that's his goal, right? So I see why he's even asking that. It's beyond the future. I mean, it looks just like those mechas. I mean, just look at those mecha sea beasts. There's also Vega Force '01 and the island Aircon 2. This is as futuristic as it gets. I've never seen anything like this place before. For real, what kind of goodies are you making here? I want to take a full tour to take it all in. There's no way you and I wouldn't get along. You feel me, Vega-chan? So Frankie's like geeking out. It's actually quite the contrary. This is an island of the past. So okay. I kind of had a theory that I'm thinking about it. Egghead Island is either from the Void Century or it's from space itself. But let's keep reading. Check it out, Chopper. You can tell because it's all rusted and stuff. It's real metal, not another hologram thing. Whoa, what the heck? Could something like this really move? If it could, how is that level of tech possible for something so ancient looking? It's not an ancient weapon. Shut up. What do you mean by the past? Well, what if I were to tell you that long ago there was a highly advanced kingdom? Not unlike Egghead when it comes to not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology. A civilization from 900 years ago. Would you believe me? 900 years ago? I want to ride it. Let's go. What was the world like back then? We're getting some void history shit. That's crazy. So hold on. But this is from the past. So this is just technology that it's a giant. It's not a robot. When it comes to technology, unlike Egghead, when it comes to technology, a civilization from 900 years ago. What the heck is that thing? Okay. How, if it could, how is it possible for this to be so ancient looking? It's real hologram thing. Scans. Something that really move. So this island from the past. So Egghead is physically an island from the Void Century. A lost island from the Void Century. It seems like. Do we get another page? Please let me get another page. Shit. All right. Decent chapter. We got introduced by now to all the Vegapunks. And we got a big reveal. It looks as though or how they put it anyways is that Egghead Island is the island of the past. So it's from the Void Century time. I'm just trying to wrap my head around a lot of this right now. But we kind of gotta reveal so Vegapunk can control his boots, or at least I'm guessing like most of the equipment that the Straw Hats have on when you're actually in his room. He still says, it's too early to be convinced whether or not he can believe in pirates. However, he'll speak to them and talk through with them. We also get I'm going through the chapter right now. We got the Jinbei fight. We got the Seraphim Jinbei fight. So it looks as though he can control the Seraphim still. But it's interesting, however, because he does have like they have the one that's the Kuma, who happens to be with CP0 with Lucci and whatnot. He doesn't seem to be able to feel anything. Like he's very stuck to his ways. We get introduced to Vegapunk Pythagoras. So I'm guessing he's kind of like the old head. He's very wise. He's probably like more comforting or anything along those lines. We have Edison, who happens to be like a thinker. The one that's pretty crazy is Fluke. What's the name? The bathroom one. The one that York. We have Vegapunk York, who happens to seem like to be the Vegapunk York's weird. Like I understand the purpose, but what's the purpose of that? Like you need it, like they're robots. They're all robots, but at the same time, they're all connected in a way that even their bodily functions are can be affected by one. Like this one can go to the bathroom for all of them, but I don't feel like if you hit one of the Vegapunks, all the Vegapunks are gonna feel it at the same time. Like that's kind of like, so it's a weird threshold that they have there. I'm sure they're gonna dive into it a little bit more, but they've managed to connect themselves in that way. So, and even like they were shocked by Frankie's beam, really. We have Lilith. I feel like we missed a number. We have it's 6 Vegapunks. Lilith, York, Edison, Pythagoras. Pythagoras is a nice one. You have was it number 4? Number 5, the Astro Boy looking one. And then there's one more. I'm trying to think of who it is. Let me see. The 6 Vegapunks. Atlas was one of them. So Shaka, okay, 1 Lilith. We've seen Edison, yeah, Pythagoras, Atlas, and York. Okay, I guess Shaka, Lilith, Edison. They're very different in character. Like they're all very different. Shaka is my favorite, obviously, but Lilith is a bae. I'm curious, like, is Vegapunk like actually a woman? And maybe like they've just only seen Shaka throughout the years. And how is Egghead Island from the past, bro? If it's from the past. So they had better technology in the Void Century. Is that how you interpret that? Like, is it they had better? Let me read that shit. Do you think this island looks like the future? He said it's beyond future, like it has this. What kind of goodies are you making here? This actually is quite the contrary. This is an island on the past. But obviously, like his inventions and his ideas are all new. It's probably just an older island that he happened to be able to recultivate. And yeah, like they had real metal. Like it has a pull through its stomach. Like, that's something that's important to realize. There's a lot of robot, like, there's a lot of metal down there. That's not unlike Egghead. On. What do you mean by past? What if I told you, what if I were to tell you not long ago there was once a highly advanced kingdom, not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology? Oh, are these the guys? Oh shit. So these guys might be the ones who not made the poneglyphs, but were a part of making the ancient weapons, because they were so okay, this is what I'm thinking. Like, these are the people who made the ancient weapons, because they were so technologically advanced in to an extent. They were able to create the ancient weapons. However, they weren't actually able to they were able to create the ancient weapons, but they weren't technologically advanced like they are today. Like, Vegapunk makes better, newer technology and inventions. However, these guys here actually, like, created ancient weapons. So that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But and nonetheless, guys, cool chapter. I respect it. It was decent, a nice little comma to film red. If you're watching this far in the video, which I appreciate you guys do, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, none below. I kind of want to dive into film red. So, firstly, not non-spoiler, the movie was good. The movie was really great. I was happy to see it, just exciting. Very musical, very musical. Personally, I think animation was great. Animation was phenomenal. I just think there were a couple scenes where it was a little bit hard to decipher how attacks were working, what was happening from different angles. Again, we're doing a little bit of a film red review right now. This is spoiler free at this point. I'm definitely going to dive in. I'm going to do another video that's the spoiler free as well as actual spoiler reaction. But, this is taking place, the time period anyways is taking place after after I say, I could be wrong, but I say this shit takes place after Wano. That's what makes sense. Like, it's not, I know film red is not canon, but at the same time it looks as though that it kind of takes place after Wano arc. Like, there's a week, like right after Wano arc, they leave the island and before they make it to Egghead Island. So that has to be the case. That definitely has to be the case. I like the plot. I feel like out of most of the One Piece movies, this is like the first one besides the first One Piece movie with the Marine. I forget what it was called. Not Strong World. Is it Strong World? No, Strong World was Shiki, but it was just like, for those movies, it's kind of like they just wanted to bait you in the sense of, hey, here's a character. Character is significant, and now we're able to somehow beat him. I feel like this movie here dove a lot more into personal matters, history. I felt like it was a good story. Like, I really enjoyed the story of it all. Couple plot twists, a couple great reveals, a couple very, very great reveals. if it ends up becoming canon, which makes sense. I think it will be. I just not sure if they're actually gonna go ahead with it. However, I do hope that that kind of info or whatnot ends up actually becoming canon when we go ahead and check it out. Yeah, guys. I don't know how to do this without actually talking about all the scenes in the movie. So I appreciate everybody again. It's your boy Ange. This was a dope chapter. I can't wait to see what else they got. I'm about to do my little reaction / review of the movie. So sending a lot of love, good energy. It's your boy Ange. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. How the hell do I end this stream?